Welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. In today's report, we bring you three major updates. First, we'll talk about more than 1,700 Sudanese army force soldiers flee into South Sudan after losing battle in Iglik. Second, an SPLA general is injured after a nighttime ambush in Jonglei state. And finally, we'll talk about a disturbing killing in Yambio, where one security officer shot another during a drunken argument. We'll break down these stories in a simple way. Before we move on, please help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with this over 1,700 SAF soldiers crossing to South Sudan after heavy fighting. Well, our first big story comes from United States. A huge number of Sudanese soldiers, more than 1,700 troops, have crossed into South Sudan after suffering a major defeat near the Iglik oil field. According to South Sudan government spokesperson Ateng, he said the soldiers arrived in the Panakwach area on December 11. This is a rare event and the biggest troop movement into South Sudan since Sudan's conflict escalated last year. Who are these soldiers? This group includes 1,650 non-commissioned soldiers, 60 officers, all led by Brigadier Tariq Makhtar from Sudan Army Force Division 22. These soldiers were pushed back by intense fighting from the Rapid Support Forces, also known as RSF, who have been battling Sudan Army Force across different fronts in Sudan. The moment they entered South Sudanese territory, the soldiers surrendered their weapons to the South Sudan People Defense Forces, the SPDF. This is required under international law that govern how foreign soldiers should be helped when fleeing into another country. Government spokesperson Ateng says South Sudan is treating them humanely and arranging their safe return to Sudan. Ateng explained that the forces are served, are being sheltered, and they are waiting for a coordinated return to their home country. So why did they flee? The Iglik oil field area has seen heavy battle between the two Sudanese forces. Rapid Support Force has been pushing aggressively toward important oil zone, and Sudan Army Force unit in the area were overwhelmed. When they could no longer hold their position, the soldiers retreated south right into South Sudan. This raises many questions. Is Sudan Army Force losing control in key territories? What will Rapid Support Force do next? How does this affect South Sudan security? South Sudan formed a three-way security deal. Right after the soldiers arrived, South Sudan created a tripartite security agreement. This involved SSPDF, SAF, and Rapid Support Force. The goal is to keep fighting away from the border and especially far from the oil field under this agreement. Rapid Support Force has moved north of Iglik. South Sudan People Defense Force is now responsible for guarding the oil zone. Sudan Army Force will coordinate with SSPDF to avoid further spillover. President Salva Kiir is stepping personally. President Salva Kiir directly called both Sudanese leader General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, SAF leader, and General Mohamed Abdan Daglo, known as MT, Rapid Support Force leader. His message was simple: do not fight near our oil infrastructure. This shows how serious the situation became. South Sudan economy depends heavily on oil exported through the pipeline. Any fighting near the field could disrupt the entire country income. So what this means for South Sudan? For the next minute of the report, we will explain it clearly. Imagine two neighboring fighting right next to your compound fence. Even if the fight is not about you, the danger gets close. A single mistake can cause fire to jump into your home. This is why South Sudan is extremely sensitive about the Igilik area. Unity State communities reacted. People in Unity State, especially in Rukona and Bentiu, are concerned. What if more troops come? What if rapid support force follow the fleeing soldier? What if fighting crosses the border? The SSPDF has increased patrol to calm local fear. Regional implications based on this report. Sudan conflict is now directly touching South Sudan border. This could lead to more displacement, more soldiers fleeing, more pressure on local resources. It is a sensitive movement for both countries. We will continue to monitor this story closely. Let's move on to our second top story. This is a breaking news, a breaking report from that side of Jonglei State, where SPLA IO general injured after night ambush in Jonglei. Our second major story takes us to Jonglei State, where an opposition commander from the SPLA has been injured after a nighttime ambush. The officer, Brigadier General Dabang Shar, was traveling between Panyim and Motot village in Uror County when the attack happened. So who is reporting this? The information comes from Peter Gatkotkong, the SPLA appointed commissioner of Neural County. Peter Gatkotkong reported that General Dabang sustained minor injuries and is receiving treatment in Lankan Hospital. So what led to the ambush? According to the commissioner, SPLA forces were moving at night. They wanted to avoid running into government soldiers, but SSPDF forces allegedly laid an ambush. The clash happened suddenly, forcing SPLA forces to defend themselves. This reflects deeper issues still existing on the ground. Lack of trust between SSPDF and SPLA. The commissioner made a strong statement. There's no trust between SPLA and SSPDF. That's why our officers travel at night. This is a concerning message in men. The peace agreement remains fragile. Both sides remain suspicious. A small incident can spark larger fight. SSPDF did not comment. Reporter attempted to contact SSPDF spokesperson Major General Lurey Kong, but he was unreachable. This leaves one side of the story unclear, and investigations are still ongoing. What does this incident mean? Night ambush usually indicate tension between forces, poor communication, poor coordination on the ground, possible violation of movement arrangement. For civilians living around Motot, Panyim, and Wat, such clash bring fear. These are areas that have experienced a repeated cycle of violence, and any new fighting risks displacing families again. Local communities are worried. People in the region say they are tired of clash, they want the peace to hold, they fear that solely moving at night means danger is near. So what happened next? The SPLA leadership is demanding clarification. The SSPDF leadership is quiet until official joint investigation happen. People will remain unsure about what caused the ambush. This story reflects ongoing national challenges. Peace on paper does not always mean peace on the ground. Let's move on to our third top story. Please make sure you subscribe to Changfied YouTube channel so that when we upload a new video, you can be notified. Security officer shot colleague dead in Yambio after drunken dispute. This is our final big story today, and our top story comes from Yambio in western Equatorial State. Tragedy struck when a national security officer was shot and killed by a fellow officer. Authorities said it was caused by violent disagreement between the two men. What happened? An eyewitness who spoke anonymously said the officer who got injured was the same one who opened fire. He shot and killed his colleague instantly. He was later shot in the leg during the incident. And later here how the authority responded. Yambio County Commissioner Michael Ismail confirmed the incident and promised a full investigation. He said local authorities are working to understand what exactly happened. Police Commissioner Major General Philip Madutong added that early reports show both officers had been drinking alcohol. He said the problem happened because they were drunk. This was misunderstanding among soldiers. Community reaction. Residents of Yambio say they are concerned about army officers drinking on duty, about the rise in security-related incidents, about the need for discipline within forces. Some people said, if soldiers cannot control their anger, we will protect the civilian. We want peace and safety, not fear in our neighborhood. Why this matter? This incident highlights several issues. Poor discipline among security personnel, alcohol abuse among army officers, lack of accountability, growing civilian fear in Western Equatoria. Government responded. An investigation has already begun. Authorities say they want to know what caused the misunderstanding, whether the shooting was intentional, whether alcohol played a major role. They are urging calm as they continue their investigation. As we close today's broadcast, these three stories show just how delicate the security situation is in South Sudan and across the border in Sudan. Sudan conflict is pushing soldiers into our territory, raising questions about regional stability. The SPLA ambush reveal ongoing mistrust between forces that are supposed to be at peace. The shooting in Yambio show that internal discipline remains a serious challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, peace is not just the absence of war. Peace is built daily through discipline, trust, and respect for the life of civilians. South Sudan stands at a sensitive moment. What happens in the coming day will shape security, borders, and communities. Thank you for spending your time with Changfied News. Please like, share, and subscribe for more clear and honest reporting. Wana kaler dian gwase me ka tungne tinas ati kon kaleri ti ban link ka je report me ban la ne main point tin kon lot karodian kaliang. Are ler kan me bana je ka gwano te ka tin wan ti chito ke ti bej ti kon kaler ti chop ko diok ti ban ling chala no te ke de ni chop ke kizu ku dang baro ti sharien bar re wech ka South Sudan ken ni to ke de ni SAF ke de ni Sudan Army Force raw de ban ro ke ku kuma SPLA cha general SPLA cha mo ka bot gwam mi cha jam bushtin ke cha nyurika daro shal ke Jonglei state deden ban right ka ron mi chala no take security officer ke de ni ti share nak daro shal ko Yambio charam kel nak karam kel mi cha mo ka bot an ban jeling ka jen report me jonam gwasame kan kon please make sure you subscribe ka turn on the notification bell so mo kon video de nyok mo non kon gwasame be chamala shubakaje chan je tuka report ni am jene gwatame report ni am chala do ne de indi chopke kis kelu ku dang baro woniam la de ni Sudan ki de ni SAF wa chicken border dung South Sudan chicken ngo wa sharden barka kor kore dan chitu kamdien ke SS ke rapid support force chala do ne ken de ni to ngwana to chopke kidu ku dang baro to ne ki woniam sharden barka mun South Sudan ka kor ke mi chaka joj dor shal ke igli ko yal fil ke gwal dan tilieten ke report mi shanung a government spokesperson aten wagaten yala do ne chi de to chi ke chup dor shal ka pana kwach ka chang wel kel ka pai waro ngwale jenen gwal dan chi bintin ke de ni ngwara long chaka lu South Sudan SSPDF ka kwiko dan chi to wa ka chup dien ke ne ti wa cha meken dia chaka ka wa deni chopke kit ku dambakel with kit kelu ku dambakel with jendang dit wa ke non commissioned soldier tiga ko officer choku jen bakel officer to ko kwar jen bakel ke deni chopke kit ku dambakel jen ma den dial ke kit ku dang baro woniam ka jari por me mishala ne shawajel kan ke brigadier general ken mishala Tariq Mokhtar jen ran Sudan Army Force ke division 22 jen chala do chicken road yen woidar chal ko moigeli ko loko no be kurba woniam ko kur shaka ci kur kanyan jaren chu bar dar chal ko mo unit state so men ci to gene wane ka bindian chicken meken di ali kan ga to ko jawran chala chicken ga surrender ko jen ta dana to mi bi woidar yen ka ci ben mun nen ko ken la mi ko la ka surrender ke la ka to bi ka international law malat ke ka kwi wich mi jen foreign ke soldier ke ci wodor radien mi ko to bi ga dil to ta jo mo chajalat government spokesperson na ten wuga ten chala do ne ajana ci South Sudan kalor cha kalor gwa lo telemela yikin tama ajanta ne kan ka arrangement ko ba ka loy ka Sudan no ka korgami ci kor me ci to cha jo me cha jalat kan bar kan rodien ci ngai kone en go cha ka joj ka dor shal ko mo egelik cha roje mo cha jalat ka kor gwade chiwe wa chu nari chu rach chu Sudan kan South Sudan ka jen rapid support force wa ci ka agreement ci kan lat ko bikan let kel ko cha egelik cha jabe gorno banala nyinten jen jo dana cha lat kemira na china ci gorodien bar gwatmo dan ka kor dan cha na cha yu nak chirme cha lengan cha na ya buk eno ka daw gwad mi mo ci neri wan ci lutin wona ka kan torbiyal konti la torbiyal rapid support force ko egelik ci rapid support force ci go reide but ka kor cha buk Sudan government so na mo amile ro da witin winimi ka der gwa an wode yenaleng wana kalera rawde kuma SPLA yo charam kelmana general kaka chaje pet da do pan ka war brigadier general da bang char chala do jena wajena kam dori ka panyim kana motot no ka uror county wan gwad mo jelkan ka war jelka war wacha ga shuam buch de ni SPDF chiramdana la information minister ke Peter gat.com ajena SPLA mayo appointed ko agen commissioner charwa jena wonene ajena ne ko la kan jelka war ko which te kare kilo ke kuma SPLA yo ajena mi chine jalka war che jojo gwan wonene chane ko chaga pet ki chaka ambuch de ni SPDF ko joran kan lat an jarol chamoy ke bot chale general da bank ajen ram kel ko kuma SPLA yo mi chamoy ke bot wanta mi jaka lankan gwan mi mo moy ke jaka waltin ki kwaje tritten ka kwiri ga manana ci to ka jomo chalat gwasmen wo ngum to kor chara do kan de ni SPDF kan de ni SPLA yo re witin ginimi ci gatter ngai kona wacina cha gorno de ka raje kam niken so eni michran kuma SPLA yo che weto jele la gorgno ba kan so waji SPLA yo gan kan rodien ke kuma SPDF cha jomo cha jalat re dwar winimi so na mene ngai kona no kor ci gatin kam SPDF kan SPLA yo so mu te cha de gujangwa breaking one buga to ke buga den lat kajan jome wa SPDF tele michigan lat kata Ramadan en chamu ka bot ran SPLA yo Major General Lure kong wate report michenung gwaden cha SPLA yo cha ka ambutin and General dan cha ambuch wa point pole tele jerek but wa tension te tene wichen winimi wana kaler do dien dorshal ke me Yambio gwad mi chala do ne she officer dangro ti chala do chi yonko kwang charo dien nektin general final big store de mane Yambio ko wasni ko to ngai ko no jante correct wan lat ko dien tene long but cha kula lado wona netin kontin tin nakarodian wa ke dini kan dial ke dini SPDF ke national security officer wa ken wa chi mat ko kan gwad mo yu rol dan charlen chobar charam kel chaja na karam kel chamu ko bot ram chamu ko bot jaram dana na gran kamaide yala do no mo very concerning ga citizen and wo kanete motila dini ti de kula gang na kan wo kan kami na kan rodian a chagu jeno ne me wa tika ka influence of alcohol ke drunk den cham kan ka ko kan cha ka kepchong si police commissioner major general Philip Madu chela do ne report cha no ngani kan de ko na karodian ka officer kan dial ke de ni til political activity in theory and latin but akwang chiga mat ka kwang wa chi mat kwang tana chi roal and then charin cho gorno buri nak no so jenta dan en chi dor chi to je charam kel ka ka chayu na karam kel mishe te ka bot jirmana na chi kon lingwas mena ram che ka bot ram na chi ran nak so repon dia le di channeling ten jirmana na chi to ka dor shal mi yund state gwan mi mo shi Sudan ke SAF charin bar ke glik oil field chi gore which ka unity state chalado ko kor me shi kan mekin dia likan ga saranda chirmen chaling wa ka changro dian sha de ni SSPDF kan de rapid support force ko chalet chelet kan ker gwad ma sha vidin kan chaga nyotin ko online je jojen wo chwa ka bok no ka drone re ko mo shi na chi ka liu bari por cha no te report dangaro report en yam wane de jan baro wi de diok ti liu ka de ni SSPDF report pa kan la ta me kan de ni SSPDF lat kan wone ne de kon shi liu kane dang baro ka de ni SSPDF ne ko ken shi liu ka de ni rapid support force so right now joja gwano te gri lat ka rodien ni mu right kon tamma ka chang ka jen chang wal kel ka pai waro me ron kin dang ro yen dang ro de te kortina te ni mu right kon gwan mo nyen de ni SSPDF te charen mat kel ka rapid support force nyen ken ke de ni Sudan nyin kan ka SAF ke Sudan Army Force ka jandor chal ko mo egelik o yal fil a kurmu dit chi kurmu to tire de take listen one ba report mo bana jega yo gwada dan chi ka report me chi kan no but right now kurjatin gorja dere ka chi ka dan chalat ka ja so the reality ngai kon dia no chi kum South Sudan charo den bol ka kum marai ke jalamni eno gang kano yal fil chirman shanga no kum Sudan changa missionary chi ga surrender jala lat kano mi surrender kanere ko ken changa jitarun ba la yen me kula yen ka top but right now chirman shaling no chi ga surrender mo ta report mi shano ko right now ko tin tade ni re duar mo mishal kamo eglik o yal fil ka kurmi di chi kurma tot ko kurmo chere de che shot ka drone ka metidit ka kuma Sudan yin tone ka rapid support force ko de ken eglik o yal fil de kan take over nyoke de kan kap ka rapid support force anyogbo de je wujba tet ka South Sudan a chirma ngai kono a kan South Sudan tikin ka tet ka ta kurme ke chikane de kono chala rapid support force chikan romat ke ajen muku kana la bom ka je ka drone pan so jo me ajo mashalat ki mishano kala roren tama mi jiram jidit gwas me gorjen wajin de channel Changfied YouTube channel de support de subscribe pa de notification bell de twang kom chete mi bare ja chwa mala shubuga jiga pet an biya ta mal bye bye